boys and girls. I'm Miss Deirdre from the Winterville Library. Today I have two stories for you to read. One's an older book written in 1964. It's called Whistle for Willy. Can you whistle? You should practice your whistling. Whistle for Willy was written by Ezra Jack Keats and published by the Viking Press. To Anne. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. He saw a boy playing with his dog. Whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. Peter tried and tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead, he began to turn himself around and around he whirled, faster and faster. When he stopped, everything turned down and up and down and around and around. Peter saw his dog Willy coming. Quick as a wink, he hid in an empty carton lying on the sidewalk. Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled, Peter thought. Willy would stop and look all around to see who it was. Peter tried again to whistle, but he still couldn't. So Willy just walked on. Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way home, he took some colored chalks out of his pocket and drew a long, long line. Right up to his door. He stood there and tried to whistle again. He blew till his cheeks were tired, but nothing happened. He went into his house and put on his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling. Still no whistle. When his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father. He said, "I've come home today early, dear. Is Peter here?" His mother answered, "Why, no, he's outside with Willy." "Well, I'll go out and look for him then," said Peter. First he walked along a crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his shadow. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were together again. He came to the corner where the carton was, and who should he see but Willy? Peter scrambled under the carton. He blew and blew and blew. Suddenly out came a real whistle. Willy stopped and looked around to see who it was. "It's me!" Peter shouted and stood up. Willy raced straight to him. Peter ran home to show his father and mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling. So did Willy. Peter's mother asked him and Willy to go on an errand to the grocery store. He whistled all the way there, and he whistled all the way home. The next story is newer. It was written in 2016. That's about 4 years ago. This book is called My Dad Used to Be So Cool. It's written by Keith Negley and published by Flying Eye Books. Look at him up there on his dad's shoulders. Look at his dad's tattoos. Wow, look at all these guitars. My dad used to be so cool. This is my dad. Looks like he's folding laundry. You wouldn't believe it, but I'm sure he used to be in a rock band. Look at his hair when he was in a rock band. I know it sounds crazy, but I have the proof. There's musical instruments in that closet. Looks like a drum set. And maybe a guitar in there too. There's his dad carrying the laundry now. My dad used to be so cool. It's hard to imagine. He's always so serious. He's vacuuming here. My dad having fun? Looks like he's having fun up on that stage, doesn't it? I wish I could have seen it. Do you see the pictures on the wall? Who do you think that is? I bet he had a blast. So what made him stop? There's a for sale sign by his motorcycle. Looks like he hasn't ridden it in a long time. I wonder what happened. Something must have happened. Looks like they're going to the playground. There they are getting out of the car. Something must have happened for him to give it all up. Here's their big day. Look at all the things they're doing. There he is at the end of the day carrying him. There he's carrying him in a fun way. Okay, so maybe he's still a tiny bit cool. Look at them in front of that big lake. I'd say that's a pretty nice dad. I'd say he's a tiny bit cool. Yeah. Nope, he's not. He's saying, oh, Dad, really? What's his dad doing? Rocking out to the radio. I hope you enjoyed those stories, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.